We're like,
I'm a happy.
happy
I'm a
freaking
happy.
Sunday.
I don't know why I say I'm happy, considering I've been lamenting my Cowboys for the last hour and a half. So I'm gonna have to start really
Oh my
liking coming
God.
here. I'm gonna have to start really liking coming here because I ain't gonna have a whole lot to watch. I don't think this football season. It don't sound like.
It give,
Yeah.
well, yeah. 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 They're already behind. You know what I'm saying?
I think me and Rob are doing this.
Right. Right. I don't know.
Anyway.
It has been an exhausting weekend, really. I
Yeah.
mean, I felt like, all I did was
Oh,
run and
really?
sleep. And I feel like I'm still exhausted, and I'm not. I've had enough sleep.
That don't mean
Ugh,
nothing.
I know.
Sleep
I
and
know.
rest are two different things.
True. True. And then
Uh,
it all begins again tomorrow. Ugh.
yep. Start the running all over again. But at least this is last week of the month, and today starts autumn, fall. We get out of the heat finally for a while.
Well, let's hope so, because last time I looked, it was I don't know, like 91 was the temperature on the TV, on the news. So
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm in 91 right now too, and it's been 95 today already. But tomorrow we're not going to hardly see 80. We got a cold front coming
Wow.
through. A cool front. I
Wow.
shouldn't say cold. I say cool front coming through, quote unquote. That don't mean it's going to happen. Don't mean
Right.
that.
That's true. So true. So true. You just never know.
So anyway, hey, so let's see if I'm gonna try and remember this one this time. Maybe there'll be Infamous Minds after us.
Maybe.
Tomorrow, definitely gonna have Texas Front Porch. I don't know for sure about the Diva Dimension yet. Definitely gonna have Texas Front Porch with you and Tex. You know what y'all doing tomorrow?
No, I do not.
Dadgummit. Okay, you're gonna have
You
Texas
know, I'm
Front
always
Porch
the
tomorrow.
last one to know. I'm always the last one to know.
Well, no, well, yeah, maybe because you only know it a couple of minutes after he knows it. So
Right. Well, and then when he does that, like the 3-hour marathons, I have no clue.
I don't know what you're talking about. He never does that. What are
Never.
you kidding me? Never.
Are you kidding me? He has to have like 2 co-hosts now because I have to tap out to go to bed, to go to work.
Well, he's lonely. But
I don't
all right,
know.
so y'all
But,
got that. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I would not even try to run through it. I would try to just not run through it. I mean, I just hit the highlights. It's like, tune in to
Yeah.
Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, Blondes and Booze, Truth or Tinfoil, Texas Front Porch, Paranormal Paul, in our paranormal world. Check us out. We're on every day of the week. There's always something on. There you go.
See, she just stole my thunder right there. God. I ain't gonna. Hey guys, guess what? It's down in the comments down there, or in the description of the show. All the links and everything are right there, and the show times. So I
There
can't
you
tell you
go.
what's going to be on each show though. So
No.
anyway, so I told you I was going to go looking for Queen Mary stuff, and I don't know if freaky geeks out there they asked the other day that about that one thing from last week. From the paranormal show and tell. They asked how long it's going to take me to look at that one video. Of course, I put it out there for everybody to look at. There ain't nothing special about it. Just some glitch, some way, shape, or form. It went off, and I thought it was funny, so we'll roll with it. Talk about
Yeah,
your meme of the week thing.
yeah, but see, I don't know what happened there because we
No.
were all just talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like I said, for me to do something or manipulate the show, you would see my hands.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
my hands were there. You were sitting back in your chair. Donnie had
Yep.
his hands, up front in the camera. The only one who moved is Paul, but he said he wasn't even touching the mouse.
Yeah, he was looking at something else off screen on his other screen, I believe. He was looking at something
Yeah.
else. He wasn't paying attention to the show, I don't think. Or he was listening, but he
No.
wasn't paying. He was looking at something else that he was looking at for that particular part. But I was like, none of us
Right.
caused it, so it's either some way, shape, or form, we got a glitch in StreamYard or something that's playing games with us. But either way, there was nothing, no foretelling. There was no shadows, no voices, no nothing that would even. It just boom, done, and out.
Hey, you got that pulled up? We can play it for everybody.
I can pull it up and play it right now if you want. Let's see. I don't think I have it.
Yeah, why
on.
don't we do that? Because everybody knows that with me, strange things happen.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's just a thing, and it doesn't matter what show I'm on, what show I'm doing. It's happening. We've got EVT, EVP, EVTs. Oh my Lord, EVPs. Just things happening, movement. I've seen orbs and just all kinds of stuff. It's really strange the things that are going on. And this is no different because we know from past experiences investigating that spirits can manipulate technology.
Oh yeah.
And they can suck your batteries dry, they can turn your video equipment off, they can do all kinds of things. Gary says, I don't have to be on a show to have strange things happen. No, I don't. I don't. You just happen to catch it. You just happen to catch it, on the show.
And it's quite funny when I do hear stuff, and now with StreamYard being able to separate these audios, the different streams of each person and everything now.
Right.
If we hear something, I can go find out exactly where it came from, exactly who did it, and what. Hey, this came from your stream. This came from your stream. Like a few weeks ago, we did that with text, and yeah.
Now, only to be specific, only when we hear things.
Yeah,
if we hear something, we can. Yeah, we can definitely figure out who it was. But this, we don't know who it was.
No. And this wasn't, anything, I shouldn't say it wasn't paranormal because we don't know if it's paranormal or not, but it wasn't a ghostly voice or anything. I'm still waiting. I'm uploading it so that way they can actually see it and actually hear it too. So.
Right. In Paul's like me, we have 2 different screens that we deal with.
Yeah.
So we're not dealing with just one screen.
Yep.
So if he was playing with his other screen, it has nothing to do with his main computer putting out the StreamYard. So
yeah. And to give everybody an idea, if you're dealing with this particular, you have to be in a certain part of StreamYard to bring it up anyway. It's not just an arbitrary click. If you're paying attention to chat through StreamYard, you're not over where you would normally bring this video up. So.
Right. Well, okay. Kevin said that every time he watches me on a show, he watches my background and everything. And, I've thought about putting lights up behind me from the floor up, so you'll be able to catch anything moving across. And I'll be working on that. I think that'll be a cool idea.
Yeah. Something like a grid, the light
grid.
Yeah,
something like a grid, but just regular lights,
Yeah. That way you can change them to be, festive in some ways and festive in other ways. And
right.
Got to accessorize.
Exactly. They'll have 2 jobs.
So, okay, here's this little short. It's about 58 seconds. Now, this is going to be the entire video. So, pay attention to what goes on here.
Well, do you think that could have happened?
Could have been. I mean, there's a lot of reason to believe that it was an inside job, especially with the alarms not going off.
Donnie Cho, meme of the week.
I don't know who did that. I didn't do it.
I didn't press anything. My hands are up here.
My hands are right here. I ain't touched nothing.
I think it was a sign from the other side, guys. I think that was some magic synchronicity stuff right there. I think some spirits made themselves known.
Donnie, did you do that?
No, I seriously have my hands here like this. I've been playing with these coins in my hand.
I thought it was
I can't do it.
No,
I can't do it, so I'm out. Randy was sitting back.
Hey, guys watching at home, you just experienced, you just witnessed firsthand a paranormal event.
You did.
Congratulations.
You did, because we can't explain how or why that happened. Okay, so what I want you to do is take that video and rewind it to the front. Now watch everybody. Now we noticed that Paul's hands are moving, but he was moving to his other screen.
Yes. All right, you ready?
Right. You think that could have happened?
Could have been. I mean, there's a lot of reason to believe that it was an inside job, especially with the alarms not going off.
Donnie Cho, me.
Okay, so I pulled it down because I can't backwards and forwards when it's uploaded like that for you to hear it. Yeah, you can see him the minute he drops his hand down is when it happens.
Yeah, there's no way.
But I know where Paul was looking at, because when he's talking to us, he's his eyes and face are pointing one way. When he goes to his other screen, he's going a different way, and it's almost like we're off to the side, and he's looking at something else.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. The computer he uses for StreamYard's on the other side, so he was reaching for his other screen. So I have no idea.
Yeah, we can't figure that one out to save us. Honestly,
no.
We cannot figure it out.
And Paul would have come out and said, "You guys, I'm so sorry I did that." We would all had a good laugh, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
yeah. We've been like, "Oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry."
I know. And then Moon, I have blamed everybody, but nobody confesses to it, because like I said, if I do it, you're going to see my hands.
What was that movie where the guy puts his hand?
Well, I was doing something like this, or
Well, yeah, you get mean looks all the time, though. We're used to that.
So I don't know, everybody.
Yeah,
we can count it as a glitch.
Yeah,
we can count it as a glitch, but it is a glitch that nobody has ever happened. It's never happened to anybody. Videos aren't just playing on their own on StreamYard.
Yep, Donnie. Moon, you got it. Donnie did it.
Donnie did it. We'll blame him. I did blame him first.
He ain't here, so we can blame him all we want.
That's right.
Okay. So to the show in jest or in what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's put it that way. As you saw, I went out and found a whole bunch of stuff on the Queen Mary. Okay.
I know. I am excited. I am super excited.
This is one of the bucket list ones type things. This is, like y'all been to what you call it, the my mind just went blank. What's that sanitarium we talk about all the time? Waverly Hills. Sorry. There we go. Y'all all done Waverly Hills. Y'all have done that. I've done a couple of plantations up in DC area and stuff like that. But this one is one of those that I would almost give Texas beard to stay at for a night. So
I would too, because I was watching a documentary the other day, and it's about cruise lines and the ins and outs of the cruise industry and blah, blah, blah. Because, I wanted to find out what this is all about. Do you know they generally have a morgue on boats like that?
They have to.
They have to. Because they said that you wouldn't believe how many people die during cruises. You just wouldn't believe it.
What are you gonna do? Put them in the freezer?
Right. You got to have someplace for them to go. But I just couldn't believe it. Now, they didn't give me, a number. I didn't hear a number, but it said an unbelievable amount of people pass away. And I'm like, well, how could they not be? How could they not be?
It ain't like the old days where they dumped them overboard and buried them at sea right then and there.
Right.
Got to bring them home. Got to bring them home.
Val, I know. So, I just didn't understand that. I was like, wow. It just kind of blew my mind that, I figured every once in a while it would happen, but not as much as they're saying.
Well,
so how could it not be haunted?
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, and with the storied history that Queen Mary has, I mean, come on. This thing has been used for everything from a hospital ship during World War II to, a cruise liner that has probably seen its fair share of death. But heck, just being a hospital ship, that's going to be an interesting story just on its own. So, but these first three, these are kind of in a succession of each other. And the guy that took them, he was on a tour of the Queen Mary, and he looked down this long hallway, took a couple of photos, and made sure to avoid taking photos with any people in it, blah, 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 blah. And it says there's a lobby entrance as part of the hallway and this figure that you see later is standing so close that it's possible a person quickly stepped slightly in or out. You know what I mean? Kind of like, but it seemed kind of grayed out. So I'm gonna bring up this one. So this is the first one. This is come on, fat fingers, work for me. All right, this is the first one of the group. Okay. Now you can see you're looking down a nice, pretty long hallway, and they're saying down here is that area he's talking about with the
shadow person or
the lobby. It's like a lobby entrance.
Oh, the lobby. Okay.
It's a lobby entrance, kind of right in this area down here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So they're saying it kind of, and these are, you see how much I'm zooming in. These are pretty high quality pictures, honestly. They're not hardly pixelating at all. So when I found them, I was like, oh, these are monster size. So I better get them because I won't be able to zoom all over the place on them. So I better grab them. But in the next one, you know, it looks a little bit of a different, angle, I guess you might say. And then you kind of start thumbing in. Now, this is where
something down there.
Yeah, this is where he's saying, someone conceivably could have gotten everybody. He went to great pains to make sure there was nobody in any of the pictures. But you said conceivably somebody from that lobby area could have darted in or out, that quick, But he's saying, I don't know if that would constitute the grayness of it, because it looks grayed out.
Yeah, it doesn't look right, does it?
No, and I'm gonna come in as close as I can with it so you can see any more. And like I said, these are decent, really good photos.
Well, and it looks like they're wearing a floor length something.
Like a gown almost, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of what I was gathering too. It looked like somebody he may be right. Somebody may be coming out of there. They just ain't supposed to be coming out of there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna back out of this one real quick, and we'll get into this third one that kind of gives you a little bit. He kind of zoomed in with it a little bit so you can see a little bit better. And once again, look at the clarity of the photo. So these photos were done with some very good resolution.
Wow.
Yeah. It caught me off guard too. When you look at the big one, you don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. If you didn't, know that should be a flat area, like, it should look like this over here. If you weren't looking for that, you would have gone right past it if you're looking at your photos.
Can we go back to the first one?
Yep. Okay, do you want me to zoom in down there?
Yeah, let's look. Let's see if we can get down. Definitely not there.
No, it's not there. Now, I noticed Gary, like, look at the difference in the carpet. I think that's just where it kind of blurs out, though, more than anything.
Yeah, it does. If you look down at the very bottom of the photo, you'll see it's like roses or flowers or something.
Yep.
It's like that in all three pictures. I did the same thing, Gary, but that's the first thing that I look at to make sure that the pictures coincide with one another.
Yep.
Okay, let's move to the second one.
Okay, like Roger said, it kind of looked like something from the 1800s. Now, same floral pattern and everything, different, a little bit of different angle though, like we said.
Well, if you were lowering your camera and then raising it back up again, there's going to be differences.
Exactly. And that lends credence to it to me, because that tells me this guy was in the process of taking a series of photos.
Mm-hmm.
So when we zoom in now on this, that same area, and see, this one's a little bit, I can even zoom in more. This is 800% here Whereas the other one, when I zoomed it fully in, with 800%, was a little bit further, like in this area. So a little bit different than the way it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that is all gray.
Yeah.
That.
It even, I mean, look at the, I can only assume that this is part of the wall right here.
Or a door, or.
I thought maybe a door, but something doesn't look quite right about it being a door. But yeah, it could easily be because that's a knob.
It could be a door. Yeah.
Yeah. But we didn't see that in any of the other ones, or in the other one before. I'm gonna go back to the first one. We'll take a look again.
Yeah,
See if that
let's
door
take a look
is there.
at the door.
Let's see. Here's one right here. You can see right here with this one. So yeah, conceivably this is as close as I can get on this one. So yeah, it's right there. Never mind.
Yeah, the door's there.
It just didn't quite look right. It just didn't look quite right. But once again, this is a much better photo than even the first one was.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I can't tell what it is, but there was one, like I said, who was that? Was it, oh yeah, where you at? Roger. So it looked like almost like a dress from the 1800s. I don't think the Queen Mary was around that long, but could conceivably be 30s and 40s though.
I don't know. I would have to look that up to see what the their wardrobe would be like at that time. And who's to say that, if this is a actual spirit standing there, what are they in? I mean, was it cool outside? Were they wearing a long coat because they were outside? Were they,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this
being it's in LA, I would assume it's not super cold out there to start with, at that particular time. Now, just from what I'm seeing right now, they didn't build this thing until the 30s. It wasn't commissioned until 32.
right. But
So,
considering, the appearance of what we're seeing,
yeah.
that this person is not from this era.
No.
So in the QE2, of course, would go overseas. So
yeah,
this person or this spirit may be a residual type of haunting from that one moment in time.
It very well could be. And like I said, early 30s to mid 30s, they still wore ornate gowns, especially the high society bunch.
Right.
Which you could bet this would have had high society on it. Just look at the hallway alone. That's going to have high society most all over that sucker.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as you can see, I mean, I have no explanation, and it gives a shadow. Look down at the base.
Yeah, I seen that. I was looking at that it's giving a shadow. I'm gonna call that one a good catch.
It looks to me like it is. I mean, this one obviously he got even a little bit closer, but yeah, I mean, I have no explanation for it. Could it be a play of light? Yeah, but I've never seen one like that. Not that let the shadow too.
A play of light? Yeah, that's a far stretch. That's a far stretch.
Well, you believe some of the stuff. Some people really don't want to believe in this stuff at all, and it gets ugly sometimes when you read some of the comments of these people.
Oh, I know. Especially when they've never seen one for themselves. Once you get an eye full of a spirit, you're like it changes you, because then you end up seeing a lot more. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have that first experience to understand.
Yeah, and Roger's right too. It could be a robe or some type of nightwear. It very well could be, but I don't think it's nightwear or a robe of this time frame. I think it's something from some other time frame.
Yeah, to me, it seems like it could be a residual. Is what it would seem to me.
Yeah, I would have liked to if they'd have continued on. Obviously, he didn't get anything else, so this manifestation just happened like this right here in the one picture. Then I would have loved to have seen it actually move like a normal. We would see a residual normally happen, like we did with the Gettysburg photos,
Right.
and the videos. I would have liked to have seen that, but it may and been done.
Right. That may have been its loop is coming to that juncture, where the lobby is in the hallway, and then it disappears. That may be
Exactly.
its loop.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm going to call that good because I
That looks
can't
like a good
explain
catch to me.
I don't think that we could recreate that with the gray, like the void of color. It looks like void of color, not just gray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It looks like
exactly.
there's no color.
Yeah, just like you're looking at a black and white film. That's what it looks like.
Right. Right. It's just void of color. There's nothing.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a good catch. I really do.
Right.
Now we get into a couple of the ones that I don't know for sure about. So this next one is kind of chilling. They stayed at the Queen Mary overnight with a in 2018, and this one this took a picture of hallways with their iPhone. So immediately it was on a timer, and the bells start going off when somebody says I set it my timer on my iPhone. So the bells start going off.
Yes. Okay? Yes, that's always
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, why would you set your iPhone on a timer on the floor like that?
I don't know.
It doesn't make now. Look, this looks like the same, almost like the same hallway. Don't get me. Look at the carpet. This could easily be the same hallway.
Well, they're all going to look the same. You could get lost really easy on a ship.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah.
They all start looking the same. You're just like, whoa.
Well, it says it was pretty late, and they tried their best to make sure no one was walking around in the background. They took a cutesy photo is what they're calling it. I don't know what that is. I'm too old to know this kind of crazy stuff. So despite our efforts, we discovered the next morning a shadowy figure that looks like blocky shoulders and creepily standing in the background of our photo. Okay. As is, I'm looking at it going, yeah, somebody's walking behind you, and you just didn't know it.
Right.
I kind of zoom in, I mean, it's one distinct leg. The other one's not as distinct, but that could easily be, light reflection type thing.
It also could be movement.
Exactly. So this one, I kind of chalked up and went, this one could be easily recreated pretty much. Put a jacket on and walk down that hallway behind somebody, and you can see it's not near the same quality as what those first three were.
No. And, there is color in that one also. Not that makes a difference, but
no, but still.
It could easily be a human alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could easily be somebody just walking out there in the hallway.
Yeah. And Gary got one. It could be a woman in fur. It's a woman in a fur coat.
Who knows?
Once again, we're in LA. Why the woman would need a fur coat? We'd have to have a talk about that, but okay. And I can only assume that there's air conditioning in this thing, obviously. I've never been in it. Like I said, it's a bucket list thing. So, but this one I'd have to, I'd started it yesterday or the day before whenever it was I first looked at it. I was like, okay, this is too easy. This is like a lob, you're ready to smash down somebody's throat on a tennis court. So,
right. This can be recreated
easily.
So we can't call it evidence. We can't call it anything really.
No, you can't even. You could consider it creepy if you want to consider it creepy, and they might because they're the ones that took the photo, and if they swear there's nothing there, then it might creep them out. So, but I can't say that.
Right. We just don't know. But I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Nope.
So I don't think that yeah, because you could do that easily. So yeah.
Okay, now we're going to get to the fun ones. Here's the first one that I got of the swimming pool area, the first class swimming pool. Now, it's obviously a tourist place now, but these seem to be kind of, I guess I should say legit now. I have no time frame of when this was taken. It didn't give me anything on it, but you can see we got a, that's their ghost cam. June 8th, 2006 at 10:43 a.m.
Well, it seems kind of odd. Do
Well,
we know when the QE was pulled and then when the QE2 went in?
Oh, wait, this is the Queen Mary. This isn't the Queen Elizabeth one, so.
Oh, the Queen Mary. This is the Queen Mary. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The QE2,
because
I'll have to check into those.
my question is I was wondering if these two were running at the same time.
Let's see. I can tell you real quick. We'll do a quick check real quick. Yeah, the internet is our friend sometimes.
All right. The Queen Mary and the Queen Elizabeth, the QE and then that one. I wonder if they were running at the same time because I mean, could we go do some some investigating on the Queen Elizabeth? That way we can see, possibly if we can catch something else on the QE that's similar to this. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see here.
And just for investigation purposes, I know this doesn't probably make sense to anybody, but sometimes people like to get on, go to different places and create the same type of effect. You know what I mean?
Okay, they were looks as if they're not the same class, they're not identical, but operated in tandem, built by the same builder, and were similar in size and speed.
Okay. So they were built by the same builder. Okay. Yep. So we know that people lose their lives building these boats. It's a common occurrence.
Okay, so Queen Mary was first. Queen Elizabeth was not started until the Queen Mary was finished. So they had basically the same running time. Once they were finished, they were still running. They were running at the same time, it looks like.
They were running at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I knew that
I don't
know. I knew there was something, and since you said the same builder, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I think what it was with these was like the builder that did the Titanic. They also did the Britannic and the Oceanic, which the Britannic, I believe, it sunk in the Mediterranean. Not probably 30 years after the Titanic had sank, but they were basically the same ship. Whereas these two were not designed to be the same, but they were supposed to be comparable length and
similar.
Yeah, they're supposed to be worked tandem together. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, that makes more sense to me. Okay, got it.
So anyway, with this one, they said something about period bathing suits, and I don't see anything where you could say bathing suit at all, personally.
Well, can you pull that any closer? Because I mean, I see a blob.
Yeah, that's what I got. All I got is blob. I see looks like something like somebody's looking over the ledge right here. But that one up there, I mean, just looks like somebody coming down those stairs.
Well, I have a tendency to go with somebody coming down those stairs versus the bottom square because that looks like pareidolia to me.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too. The only thing I see is what looks like a head, maybe right there.
That would be a big old head. Yeah, exactly. That would be a big old head. But it does look like somebody is walking down. Now, where they're saying period bathing suits or whatever, I'm not seeing any of that.
I'm not either. So I can't guarantee that there wasn't somebody in this area at that particular time. Being at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:43 in the morning on Thursday, June 8th, they had some tours going on at that time. Okay, on the steps to the right. That's what Kevin steps.
I mean, to me, it looks like it could be a big guy with like the sleeves cut off his shirt for a tour. That's what that kind of reminds me of, like a big guy on the steps up top.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, looks like kind of like a big guy, maybe have a sleeveless shirt on.
Gary might have got us on that one right down there too. That could easily be a chair back in the alcove here.
It could be. Like I said, it looks like pareidolia.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, Kevin said on the steps on the right side, looks like someone's sitting on the wall. I'm assuming he means over here, but I can't see that. So,
yeah, I don't see it. I'm looking.
Yeah. No, Denise, there's no water in the pool at all. Not in this, especially not in this one. I don't know if they have it in now.
It's more like a museum now.
Yeah. But I don't see anything on the right side over here. Anybody sitting. I think anything there is being 06 and as bad of a resolution as this camera has to start with. I just don't know. I don't think there's anybody really there. I think it's just it's pareidolia all the way around here and over here because you can see kind of a blurs here and the blurs here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that one, I think it's just a misidentification.
Yeah, but that top one, it kind of, I mean, there's something there. Can I say it's a ghost? No, I can tell you what it looks like to me. And like I said, a big guy with cut off shirt. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And once again, don't know who's in there. Right corner of the pool. You talking about down here? That's just piping, I'm guessing. My guess is some sort of piping that it does with the pool. But I don't see anything down here. I'm guessing that's what Gary's talking about right here. So no earthly idea. But like I said, there's no water in this pool no matter what. So
no,
All right. So
I don't know.
I'm gonna back away from that one. I can't say one way or the other, but
I'm gonna lean towards no.
Yeah. I think that's
I'm gonna say that's tinfoil. Because like I said, it doesn't even remind me of somebody wearing period clothing. It doesn't remind me of anything. It reminds me of a big guy standing there with a cutoff shirt on.
Yeah, I mean, from this angle right here, and as far out as we are, it almost looks like a bare arm coming down right here.
Right.
So that would, like I said, that would lean to the cutoff shirt.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, in that case, since you're going to play with me and hurt my feelings and all this kind of stuff now, this was a little weird here too, because this one was caught a few years back by a guy. He called him, his Uncle George took the picture and thought it was ordinary vestibule where he was at. When he got home, printed out the pictures now, mind you. So he had a digital camera and then you went home and printed it. He said, well, it looks like a ghost walking down the hall. My uncle's 78 and does not believe in ghosts, but it freaked him completely out and he doesn't even like to talk about it. I can understand why it would freak him out.
Now this one here, you can definitely see something standing there. And we see that the bottom half is very transparent. Mm-hmm. But is that transparent or is it blurred?
That I don't know. I would lean away from blurred because, I mean,
if they're moving and the hallway is not moving, they're going to appear blurred.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying there.
But my second thing is look at this clothing.
Yeah.
Does that not scream like?
Well, it screams kind of a suit jacket to me. See the shoulder pads almost right through here. And I don't know if I see it for sure or not, but it looks like a fedora type hat.
Well, that's if you think it's a man.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a woman, with that 30s style hat coming over to the side.
That could be too, yeah.
With the jacket and the you can even see it reminds me of like a she's holding something, perhaps a purse or something on the side there.
Yeah, that could be.
And
well,
and at that time they could have started wearing those pants for vacation.
Yeah, very well could have. But the only reason I lean away from the motion blur, like you're talking about, is because if you look right here, even with motion blur, you're going to have that they're not moving that fast to cause the light to come through their legs. Their legs would just be blurry. Unless they're running down that hallway at top speed, which I think everybody there would have noticed. I would have hoped.
Well, that just all depends on what shutter speed you're on.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like I said, he took it home and printed it, so we know it was a digital camera. He printed it at home, so I'm thinking one of those Kodachrome type things. You know what I'm talking about, where you put it on his printer and it would print out for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking something along that line.
Yeah, there you go. Val said it. Pillbox hat, hair to the side. That there you go. That's what I was trying to explain. And
there we go.
And Denise, he or she, they're tall. You're right. Because if you look at the stature of the person going through, I would have to find out how tall the
doorways.
the ceilings are, the doorways are in that. But I know they're not super huge.
Nah, if they're, I don't know what they are on normal cruise ships per se, but if it's a normal doorway height, you're talking about a 72-inch doorway, or not a 72-inch doorway, a 78 to 85-inch doorway. I would bet that's probably a 78. So he's between probably about just a little bit short of 6 foot right there.
I don't know. I mean, this one, like I said, this is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still like the head is blurry, the body's blurry, the legs are blurry.
Yep.
It just screams movement to me. And now I'm not saying that an apparition can't move and you were not going to get that. I'm not saying that at all. No. Because you can get that.
But what I was talking about with the leg part, that level of this blur that allows the translucence of the carpet behind it, that much blur, I don't see that happening unless they're literally running at top speed.
That all depends. That all depends on the camera. It really does all depend on the camera. Because I'll do burst shots and get the same thing. And they're just walking. But I'll get that same thing. It's just movement. And like I said, it just depends on the shutter speed. If it's a slower shutter speed, it's going to look blurry. Of course, a faster shutter speed is not going to have that.
No, not even close. And you're talking about a generic camera. This, I bet money, this is just one he bought at Walmart or whatever electronics store, Radio Shack in the day, that, hey, I got a cool digital camera, type thing.
Right.
So it's got
now,
decent.
What year was this taken?
I don't think it said. Hang on, let me look real quick. Just said a few years back.
Okay, so the other ones, the first ones we looked at were in 2006.
No, the one of 2006 was the one in the swimming pool area. 2018 was the one that we pretty much
2018.
debunked. That was the one we said with the thing, and we don't have anything on the first ones. The one caught down the hallway. We don't have any data on that one. This one just says a few years back. Now, like I said, he said his uncle was 78 when he caught it. So I can't tell you outside of that where, when, how, or anything like that. That was the only thing that came with the photo itself. But I see, personally, I still see a good catch. Only reason I say that, like I said, everything's relatively blurred. And I think it's just at a different level of manifestation. But that's just personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. And I couldn't say one way or the other.
Yeah.
The only thing that's throwing me off is what the clothing appears to be to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say either way.
But it's cool. It's a cool picture, though. I mean, and
It is a cool picture.
It freaked
Absolutely.
a 70-year-old man out, so to the point that he don't even want to go there no more. So
yeah, right. But like I said, I can't call that either way.
All right. So we're gonna keep on rolling now because I really want to get to that last 3 that we talked about that I was telling you about before. So these 2, I got 2 of them here. This person's friends took these in March of 2010, and they showed the photo to them after the same angle, and the lady in white top right wasn't there, quote unquote. Now, this looks like a different view of the pool area.
Yeah.
And a much better quality view of the pool area.
I don't know if that's even the same pool.
It very well might not be, but so
where are they calling this lady in white? I'm not getting this lady in white here. I'm looking all over for it. Okay, now I see.
Now you've also got a flash, obviously. And some people will be saying, "Oh, well, that's an orb right there, and that's an orb right there." And
no,
I don't do orbs. I'll tell you all that right now. I don't do orbs.
I'm gonna say that's dust.
Yeah, every time. But I don't know if she's dust or not. Now, the next one, I think zooms in on it. But as you can see, I think that they got a little bit of an issue with their software, and it kind of messes up the actual film, or
Does it not look like? Does it not look like she's got straps on her shoulders like a backpack?
Kind of right here and right here.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that too when I looked at it from this one, like she's just kind of off over there by herself type thing. Maybe she's part of the group and they don't know it. Now go back to the original though. And I zoom into it, you can see it even better. I mean, it looks like something coming off of, but this is more vibrant than what the arms are. So
I don't know. I can't call that one. I really can't. Because it does look like she's wearing a backpack. And if you're doing tours or doing any investigating, you carry backpacks. It's just
all the time.
Yeah. It's just a thing, and that exactly looks like it. It doesn't look like she's wearing any type of period clothing, I would say. No. Looks like she might have something tied around her waist.
Yeah, kind of like right in here.
Yeah, maybe a jacket or something.
Could be. I just something screamed wrong about this one when they first brought it. When I first read about it, something just screamed, that's not right. Whatever that is right there, I don't know if it's something there like something like a partition or something like what's up here is back there that's causing this reflection of some sort. I can't tell you one way or the other, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look or feel like an actual lady in white. Yeah, whatever flash they were using, it's a heck of a flash. I'll tell you that to light up that whole pool area. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, look right here. I mean, but once again, if we're talking about a smaller pool than what we were looking at before, and when I was looking at this, I was thinking from the ghost cam thing on the other end. That's what I was thinking too. Like the ghost cam that we were looking at from before was up here, facing back this way, and this is where you saw the pareidolia part on the slide. So right behind us back here would have been where that Stairs,
Okay.
those stairwells
So
were.
where the stairs are coming down. Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at the opposite way. Now,
I mean, she doesn't look like a spirit to me. I mean, it looks like somebody is there.
yeah,
It doesn't look like, I don't know, a spirit would be at from that era. It doesn't look like that to me. It looks like somebody modern.
yeah, and I can't. It doesn't. They don't look to me like they're out of the ordinary, or I shouldn't say it like that. They are out of the ordinary because they're not supposed to be in that door frame per se. But I don't think it's something or someone that shouldn't be there. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, but then again, you're talking about if you have investigations going on. Let's just call it as it is. If you have an investigation on, it is dark.
Mm-hmm.
So you may or may not have known somebody was standing there because they were all the way across the pool.
Yeah.
And they didn't go into the pool area. They just stood in the doorway and then walked off. You may not have heard them or seen them until later.
Yeah. So
I don't know. You know what? I mean, what does everybody else think? Because I personally don't think that this is what would be, I would consider a good catch. This is not, doesn't seem to look like a spirit to me. I mean, hey, I could be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, Denise said they figured it out right there that we're looking from the opposite end of the pool like we did before. And Denise says right there, woman upper right, she figured that part out. And Rissel calls the awful skinny arms there too.
Right. That's why I'm thinking they're wearing a backpack because it's like cutting off part of their arm. I mean, the color of their shirt from the backpack. That's what it looks like to me. But then again, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell you one way or the other.
I can't tell you.
So, I can't recreate it, or I can recreate it.
We could
recreate it. I can't debunk that particular photo, though. I mean, obviously, I can recreate it.
I can't say what it was, right?
Yeah,
because we weren't there. We don't know.
No.
But could you?
I would have hoped they'd have put out the second picture, because if you only took one picture at that part right there and without doing a series, you're not an investigator anyway. I mean, honestly, you should have done at least 3 or 4 tap, 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 tap. With maybe a second between.
Right.
Then
And it doesn't matter. Right. It doesn't matter to me when I'm investigating that I never just take one picture. It's always in sets of 3. You've got to take them in sets of 3.
Yep. So I can't say good catch, but I can't say it's not what they're saying it is either. So
yeah, I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on that. But like I said, I wasn't there. I can't say yes or no to it. That's all I got for that.
Okay. So the next one, this guy's co-worker's daughter caught this one on the Queen Mary. It was taken on the same day, several moments apart. There are 2 of them. Or correction, it's one with two pictures on it. With a regular camera, just different angles. No one was over on the other side. It is 2016. Now we're back to the pool again.
And I can't see a thing. That's too dark. That is way too dark. You can't say one way or another with that.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a good clear. If you look right here, it's a good clear right here. There's nothing there, right?
Right.
She adjusts, gets over here at a different angle with this light right in her face. And all of a sudden there's a little shadow and what looks like what could be a woman coming down the stairs. But because of the way she repositioned and how she's got that light in her face now, I'm saying shadow all day long, but it does look cool. Don't get me wrong. But she killed herself when she moved over this way to this light right here. I'm assuming she moved to this pillar, right? When she moved to this point to take this picture, she's at a completely different angle now. She's all the way over here going at it like this. So
could have somebody walked into there and started walking down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yes. Do they look? Well, they look modern to me. I'm just saying.
It looked like somebody in a t-shirt coming down the stairs.
Right. Somebody on the tour, ghost hunt, whatever. That's what it looks like to me.
It's so this one was one I called out immediately because, like I said, the way she adjusted, I didn't like the way she adjusted and where she went because she put way too much of this light into play when she did move. Because I bet money that would affect it. It was done in 2016, so I bet money that affected the camera and how it focused anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't put money on that. I wouldn't put money on that at all. I would say that that's a real person coming down through there. Can that be recreated? Absolutely.
Oh,
no matter what angle you're at. No matter what angle, it can be recreated. But you can't move from one location and then to another location and take a picture of the same thing. You know, because somebody can move into the picture at any point during that time you're moving.
So
yeah, I
tinfoil that one. I couldn't go with it. I mean, it looks. Don't get me wrong. If you were just looking through pictures and not really examining, and that came up, especially if you got no red squares and you're just thumbing through pictures, and they're two different pictures, and you look at one and go, okay, cool. Wait, what? Wait, hold up. And then you want to start comparing, that could cause you to stop and really look at them harder.
Yeah. But that is definitely two different locations, two different pictures, two different times. So you can't claim it. Like you can't claim that first one. See, look, nobody was there. Well, you moved. How do you know if somebody didn't come in?
Yeah. Exactly. They don't know, but that's just what they stated in it. Two different ones, different angle. Yeah, but you also shorten the distance between it by a good amount. So, but so that one was fun. Now we get into the ones that I really wanted to get into. These last three. This guy was on the phone doing a video call with his girl. This lady that was with him, though, she had to take care of her ex. He got in trouble, whatever, and she was calling him. They were doing, and either way, they were on the phone together. They were doing a video chat. She asked him straight out, "Who's that in the room with you?" He's like, "Nobody. I'm here by myself." Wait, no, there's somebody over there beside you. Yeah. He was sitting on the bed behind him in sight, closed mirror closet, which is what she's describing and everything I'm seeing right here. Closed bathroom door. Now, this is just the one that they caught. There was another one with a purple scrub that walked out of the bathroom door that was closed, looked at the camera, and then walked through the other door. Then they caught this one after.
All right.
And this is just the first one that they put out. Now, obviously, you can see it. If I'm looking through a camera at him, and I'm like, yeah, there's somebody behind you over there, dude. You got somebody over there in the corner,
right?
Then they started looking closer. You see that the arm moved now, right?
Yeah, I see that. I mean, but we're also, it looks different.
Yeah, it looks like
the lighting looks different. The lighting looks different.
I think they took some stuff and did some enhancing, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the next one. This one, same thing further back, the actual picture when he's talking to him.
Okay, and so they have tampered with these photos.
Yeah.
Period. Because this is what he looked like. That would be an original.
Yeah. But now, as you're looking at this, how did they go from this to that one? Because now he would have had to move the camera. You would have thought, right? Or this entity moved, or this person, entity, whatever this is, had to move because the arm's not visible anymore, other than just that little bit of the upper arm right here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's zoom in. Let's start zooming in on this thing.
Okay. You want to look on this one, or you want to go to the first one?
It doesn't matter. Let's just check this one out.
Okay. I see flowered dress.
Well, flowered something.
Yeah. I can't make out the face. I can make out a nose. It almost looks like there's more hair coming down in front of the face right there.
Okay. So we're definitely looking at something more modern. Okay, back out just a hair.
Okay.
Up. So we can see the bottom of her. Is that all we got there? There we go. No, keep going. All right.
That's all.
That looks modern to me.
Yeah, it looks modern to me too. Plus, when they talk about scrubs too, I was like, okay, well, scrubs tells me something totally different. That's, you tell me purple scrubs, that's relatively new. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
no, this was a different. Scrubs. This was a different one they were talking about that they didn't get on camera, but she just saw him while she was talking to the guy.
Okay. Then, so let's back up to the first one.
This is the first one right here.
All right. We can zoom in on her now.
Now, I can't tell if they blurred the face. It kind of looks like when I blurred those ladies' faces that time.
It looks like it's manipulated.
I think so too. Now,
yeah.
I don't know how you sit there and talk with somebody and they ask you who's behind you, and you don't look. First of all, look and see what the heck you're trying to find. Then you've got that one. Even more of the face is being shown. There's the full figure from the first one that we looked at. And then you've got one that they really enhanced it. I don't know about this one because now that I'm looking at this enhanced, now this is really, really, really enhanced, obviously, lightened and manipulated and everything. I'm almost, I hate to say it like this, she looked pregnant.
Well, the thing is she looks modern. She doesn't look.
No. So how can I trust that this is what they're saying when, number one, you're saying this is what I'm seeing in the first picture, just lightened up, okay? This is basically the first picture, the original full view. That's not anywhere near the first picture. That's a totally different picture all the way around. Because the arm's out of the way. The face is now more pronounced, shall we say? But once again, I'm with you. It's still modern. It's not any kind of period clothing.
Right. And okay, so he's supposed to be on this ship, right?
Yes.
Why in the world would you be sitting down FaceTiming somebody?
I can't answer that. I really can't answer that.
I mean, a quick phone call, maybe a text message, but I would not be FaceTiming someone.
This is in 2018. And let me read to you what this I'm assuming this is a lady writing this. In February 2018, I was taking my ex to St. Clair Hospital ER in Lakewood, Washington. Checked in, waiting dimly lit care room with my friend known as Harrison video called me on Snapchat. Unbeknownst to me, he's staying at the Queen Mary. He was visiting family in Long Beach, California. I assumed he was with family. As they conversed, I had a bird's eye view of a small room behind him, which I don't know where she's talking about. I know the mirror, I can see the mirror, but I don't know what small room she's talking about. And it says, as he's sitting on the bed, behind him in sight, a closed mirror closet, an entrance door, and a closed bathroom door. 15 minutes in. Now she's talking to this guy for 15 minutes. Okay. So I can't even talk to people on the phone for 15 minutes. So I don't know how they could talk for 15 minutes on FaceTime or whatever it is. Distracted, she asked him, she said right here, she says a blue-eyed brunette woman with a purple scrub and jeans walks out of the closed bathroom door, looks right at her, walked back into the bathroom. And I'm like, why would they come out and look at you? If you're on the other end of that, so as you can see, this goes on, and
well, over exaggeration is at play here because
I think so too.
Judging by the pictures and stuff, blue-eyed, really, you got that close to know that this chick has blue eyes.
Oh, this is the same one. This is a totally different. That's a totally different apparition she's talking about on that part. They just didn't get that one on camera for whatever reason. So, I mean, I'm like, this is almost a book of reading this thing, what this lady wrote out and everything. And she's talking about 15 minutes later, and she's yelling at him, if he's okay, because he's in fear because she's freaking him out because she's seeing that, quote unquote. So
I don't know.
This sounds. I think sounds like Blair Witch is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a little bit of more of human nature to me.
Yeah.
I believe he was there. I believe she was there.
Yeah.
And they probably knew each other.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think we may have a little bit of trying to play this off. Oh, honey, it's a spirit.
Yeah,
there's
I don't
no
see her.
other
What are you
woman
talking
in
about?
my room. It's a spirit.
Yeah, because I cannot. Now, don't get me wrong. The pictures that they took and they put out there, if you look at them, okay, that's back to that. So the three that I'm looking at here. Now, 3 of those are the same picture, just in different enhancements, shall we say.
Right.
That's the one that throws me for a loop. Why even put that one out there if you've already got the other 3? Because this is going to do nothing but serve to almost debunk it if you want to get right down to it. Because it looks like the woman's trying to get in position still.
No, I honestly think that this is a little bit of a honey. There's nobody here. You're seeing things.
Yeah, very well could be, but I don't know that I
got pictures.
they're that type.
She wasn't in my room.
Yeah, I don't know that they're that type or that type of friends. It doesn't say. They kind of leads you to believe that if you're going to be on FaceTime with somebody for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it ends up being, yeah, you got a lot to say to each other for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought these were kind of a cool one just to look at because this tells you what links people sometimes will go to. Now, I'm going to feel like a complete and utter idiot. Oh, yeah. You're right, Denise. Denise got it right. Trust me, I have 5 daughters. I know. I do know. Ristel got it.
That's what I think, Ristel. I think that this was definitely a playoff, and yeah.
And she very well could have come out of that bathroom, but it's just after she took a shower.
Something, right, right, right. And it's dark there. It's dark coming out of there, and yeah.
And he just dummied enough to the point that he did not realize, hey, I need to make
told
sure
the lie
I point
so
my
far
phone.
that he can't go back.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot to point the phone the wrong direction. I should not have pointed it that way.
Right.
So,
oh, well, anyway.
I think that was all I had for this one. Let me see. Yep, that was it. I really thought this was kind of cool, because of the way they had set it up. But look at her shadow with this. They can't even get rid of the shadow, even when they
Right.
lighten it out. I mean, it's
Right.
definitely in line. She's definitely there.
Right.
So whether or not that they think that she's real or not is another story. But she's real. She's there, and he's not
Like
gonna be
I
able to
said,
play that off very long.
yeah, yeah. There's something afoot in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all just come find us. We'll find out if you got a. Well, I'm not gonna be a PI. Never mind.
There you go. Anyway, so that's it for today. I guess that's all we got.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, but like I said, I like I've actually. It was one of those like that was one of the funnest times I've had looking up some of this stuff, because I found stuff like the one with the hallway picture was one that just literally it floored me. I spent a day doing nothing but trying to nitpick that thing to death, and
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
do it. I couldn't do it.
That was a good one. I mean, that is absolutely a good one. Like I said, that one is absolutely void of color. It's just wild.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm
So,
I'm good with that one. I'll call that good.
yep, all good. So, hey, appreciate everybody being here. Let's see, what do we want to do next week? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. We're gonna have to think about it.
Yeah, I may have to go find some EVPs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think we need to do some EVPs. We done a lot of pictures and stuff over the last few weeks, so maybe we need to do some. It's about EVP time, so
yeah, let's do some EVPs. That'll be good.
Okay, dig into your bag of tricks and send me something.
I'll have to find some good ones. Mine are hard because I don't enhance mine. I hate doing that. I don't like to because sometimes it ruins the whole EVP, so I won't do it. And they're hard to come out when you play them, like when you stream them, they're very hard to hear. That's why when you watch things like on TikTok, it says put your earphones on to hear it, blah blah blah. I don't like doing that at all.
No, not one bit. But you know what? I'll find them. I'll find stuff, and sooner or later, I'm going to get hold of Sonny and them guys, and we'll get them on here too from the Hill House one day.
There you go. There you go.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for having us and being our friends for this afternoon. I bet my Cowboys have already finished getting their butts kicked. I don't know, but I'll find out in a few minutes. So,
all right. We'll see everybody next week. Bye.
Bye.